Good morning, lovebirds. It's time to get into the tea with Love Lex P, y'all. It's another Monday and we back. Y'all know we never miss a Monday, period. So I don't know if you in your car, headed to work, you already at work, supposed to be doing homework, laying down in your bed, whatever you doing, stop what you're doing because it's time to get into the tea. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Monday so far, even though it just got started. Or maybe it's Tuesday. I don't know, whatever day you listen to it. And you had a great weekend. Can I say something to the lovebirds just real quick? You know, I love talking to y'all. I love the feedback. When I say, a lot of y'all have been leaving comments saying like, oh, this is making me love Mondays again. And I'm so glad because that was my purpose. I want people to look forward to Mondays because I used to be that person that hated Mondays, right? Like it's the start of the week, you know, especially when I worked a 9 to 5, but I think it's like we have to start looking at life differently. Sometimes when I don't want to work or I don't want to do something, I'm like, yes, I do. I'm going to have a good day. Or yes, I do want to go to work. I'm going to have a great day at work and I do want to be there. I know it sounds crazy, but you can really trick yourself into having a good day. Your mind, you need to treat it like a muscle. I always say that. I know it's an organ, but we're going to treat it like it's a muscle. And I train my mind to think positive thoughts. So we're going to start looking forward to Mondays. And when you wake up in the morning, if you repeat this, just say, I'm going to have a great day at work. I cannot wait to get to work. It's going to be so much fun at work. I really do that. And it works for me. Like I've been doing this for years. Whatever day you're trying to have, repeat it to yourself in the morning. And it does something to your mind. Okay. So shout out to y'all who are having a good day at work. And if you're not having a so great day, we finna laugh and have a good time. All right. Okay, y'all know I got to give y'all house updates because I haven't been posting Lex B TV. And I told y'all I have so many holes in my walls. But my guy Tito has a team. It's actually 2 ladies that are at my house right now fixing these holes. I mean, they doing the drywall, sanding it down, everything. And it's crazy because I told myself I really need to be in there with them learning how to do this shit. So like in case anything ever happens, I know how to fix a wall if it get a hole in it. I think there's certain skills that I need to learn that I don't. So one thing about it, I told myself moving forward, I'm going to start paying attention when Tito comes in my house and does certain things so I can learn how to be a handy woman. You feel me? So Love Lex P will return next week. I'm starting my guest room. And I am collaborating with Marissa at Glass Interiors. I'm going to tag her below. Y'all have to go check out her page. When I tell y'all she put a rendering together for my guest room, it's so beautiful. So y'all make sure y'all go follow her, show her some love. If you need any interior designing done, y'all make sure y'all go hit her up. But y'all going to love the guest room, okay? That's coming soon. All right, that's enough yapping. It's time to get into the tea. I know y'all waiting. I don't know what is going on or what is in the air, but the girls are always fighting. And I love it. Why? Because I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama. Why else you thought? Caresha versus Tyla. Yeah, to make me sweat. Girl. I mean, I know you're thinking like, what possibly could Tyla have done? Now, I'm going to tell y'all what's going on and, of course, give you my opinion. So, Caresha tweeted, this girl really ran off with my song, and I don't know how to feel about it. Mind you, I played the song for this girl. And I was like, oh, she might have a case on her hands. You might have to write another letter to the judge, dear Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? But, I listened to the song. I listened to Tyla's version and I listened to Caresha's version. And I'm like, okay, these songs don't sound anything alike. So the concept of the song is like, if you love me, buy me Chanel, right? But what a lot of people don't realize is like, you can steal someone's concept of something. You can steal someone's IP. That's the thing. So even though the songs don't sound alike, the concept of the song is exactly alike. Like you can't deny that. So the thing that's crazy about it is Tyla listened to the song. I didn't even know Caresha and Tyla were friends, but you just never know who people are friends with behind the scenes. But I will say, Caresha, stand your ground. I like when people stand up for themselves. I don't know if Tyla did it or not, but I will say, talking about Chanel and if a man loves me, he buys me Chanel, that is Caresha's aesthetic. That's what she does. We know Caresha for being the girl that men buy things for. I don't necessarily think that Tyla's team thought this through. I have never looked at Tyla, beautiful girl. No shade. I love Tyla. She can dance, she can sing, she's gorgeous. But I don't think her aesthetic is, oh, I want a baller. I want a man who's spending money on me. I want to, that it doesn't give that. Like, I want to hear cute little island bops from Tyla. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear I need a BDB that's going to fuck me and make me feel good and take me on an island. I don't want to hear that from you, Tyla. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear I want to rock my hips and sway and sip. So I think that Tyla's team didn't think this through. I hope she really doesn't release it as a single. But Caresha, I'm glad you stuck up for yourself and I'm glad you spoke about it. But Caresha, we still want you to say what's tea with the Cardi situation and JT. I mean, I get it. And I love me some Caresha. I think her aesthetic and the way she's been dressing, her style, like she's been eating down. Love it. We get it. Tyla stole the song. But what's going on with the JT and Cardi and Santana and Nicki situation? You got to tell us what's tea on that, okay? But I think Tyla's team made this move personally because she's not been well liked in the States, right? Like she had a moment, but she got a lot of backlash of a lot of things that she said, like I'm not a black woman, I'm colored, which it did not offend me at all because that's her culture. Like, I think that was silly. But also when she like received her award and she tried to make little skinny little Halle Bailey, y'all the same size. And she was like, oh, this is so heavy. Oh. And she tried to make Halle hold it. So I think a lot of things that she does offends people. I don't think she does it on purpose. But I know they're trying to win back over the American crowd because unfortunately, and this is so proud to be an American of me and so stupid of me to say, but to me, a lot of these international artists, their labels feel like you've reached the peak of success if you have dominated the American market. That's the truth. I don't know why it's like that, but they feel like if you conquer America, you are just everything. It don't matter if you go number one on any other continent, country. They do not care. They want you to be number one in the States, child. So I think this move was to try to win us over. But one thing I can say, people just like authenticity. And me hearing Tyla talk about Chanel bags doesn't seem authentic to her and who she is. So I'm with Caresha on this. I love Tyla, though. I do love Tyla. I think she needs to stick to the island bops. Okay, moving on. Our dude Mario, braid my hair. He responded to the backlash from kicking the photographer off the stage. I know y'all saw the clip. I'm going to play the little clip.
Now you gotta get the fuck off the stage, though. Get off the stage. Oh, get the fuck off the stage, nigga. Get off the stage. Put your hands in my hands, baby. Your hands.
And I have a lot to say about this because he responded basically saying by like, not everybody understands me. Y'all have to understand. I kept running into him. I'm bumping into him. First of all, Mario, you are not like a Usher Chris Brown dancer. You're more like a, no shade, like an Omarion dancer. Like you can hit a little one too, but nobody's like, oh my God, did you see that dance move he just hit? It's like you can do an 8 count. Why is you shuffling across the stage that much where you bumping into the photographer? Sit your ass still. This is why people need to stay in their lane. Put that mic stand up and sing the ballad. Sing the goddamn ballad, Mario. And coming from somebody who has performed on stage a few times, myself, you have to be aware. Do you not have peripheral vision? Okay, if somebody's in the way, you don't know who they are, but you see him with the camera, I'm pretty sure he had a lanyard on. And if he was in the way, all you had to do was say, hey, bro, can you step back for me? Move the mic. Because if you had time to tell somebody to move the fuck out the way, you had time to say it nicely. I'm all about it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I cannot stand people. I cannot stand mean people, y'all. If I ever see somebody talking down on somebody, like whether it's an audio man, cameraman, janitor, anybody, if you talk down on somebody because you feel like this is about me, I don't like that. I said I'm Ariane. Both y'all be on stage just shucking and jiving and twerking and percolating. I don't know what the hell y'all be. Why is Omarion catching strays?
Now why am I in it?
And you could have did
now,
it.
See, how I get wrong
because you never apologized.
My bad, brother. You ain't even in this. But Mario, I don't like how you talk to him. I thought that was very nasty, so rude. And one thing I will say, this is why social media is good and bad, right? Social media is good because we get to do things like this. You know, I get to talk my shit. A regular person just gets to say what the hell she wanted to say. But social media is bad because we are not supposed to know people that we love, right? As far as like artists, actresses, like there's no reason I should know that Mario is a rude ass nigga. You supposed to just be a singer on TV that I just love from afar. But with social media now, we know y'all's personalities and y'all actually suck. Like all of y'all have horrible personalities and are actually really mean people. Now, this is not about Mario specifically, but this is just like in general. The worst thing about being in this industry is me meeting people that I looked up to. Because when I tell you I've met so many people and I'm like, damn, you a lame ass nigga. You know how many times I walked away from somebody and I was like, damn, I really grew up listening to them, or I really love their work, but they're actually like a shitty person, or they're not what I thought they were going to be. This is why I will always and forever sing the praises of Mr. T-Pain and Mr. Wiz Khalifa, because when they came on the show, they were so sweet and they were just normal. They were cool. They were sweet. They were kind. They were gentlemen. They were normal. Niggas be weird, okay? And Mario, you got one more time. Niggas is not braiding shit. All right. Moving on. Darius McCrary, also known as Eddie Winslow, child. Every time Eddie Winslow is in the news, you know if I'm talking about Eddie, it ain't nothing good. Because the last time he was in the news, it was for, you know, messing with Sydney Starr. And if you know about Sydney Starr, you know about Sydney Starr, child. That's for another topic. But he is being extradited from California to Michigan for not paying $75,000 in child support, y'all. He was caught traveling back from Tijuana. And guess what he was doing in Tijuana? Looking for real estate. Because he was trying to move out there so he wouldn't have to pay his child support, which is crazy as hell. Because I don't know how real estate is in Tijuana. I'm going to even say low end. You find a house for what? $20,000, $30,000 maybe. Why don't you take that $20,000, $30,000 and pay your child support and take care of your children? Again, y'all are horrible people. But I knew Eddie been bad. Eddie was horrible on Family Matters. And mind you, let me say this. Family Matters is awful. Can we talk about it? When we talk about shows that have rewatch value, I don't care. Y'all gonna cancel me. Family Matters is the bottom of the totem pole. Do y'all remember when Urkel, do the Urkel?
Crank up the music. It's time to do the Urkel.
I do the what the fuck was that? Who is doing the Urkel? It was corny. Y'all remember Harriet was always mad at Carl. Carl, what kind of copper? Yeah. You ain't saving shit. Whole town just in a disarray. The diddler still running around because Carl is the police officer. Laura ain't shit. You literally fucking on the same nigga that you dissing. He just took off his glasses. He stepped in the machine, took off his glasses, and you like, oh my God, I'm in love. Y'all go watch Family Matters right now. I promise you gonna turn that shit off. What does have rewatch value? Girlfriends, The Parkers, Martin, Jamie Foxx show. But can I give y'all some tea real quick? I love the Jamie Foxx show. But it's a lot of like parallel episodes of Jamie Foxx and the Martin show. Like a lot of episodes were like alike, like very, 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 very alike. And I'm not saying that's anybody's fault, but I just wonder like what be going on in them writing rooms. Because I was like, damn, rewatching it as an adult, you pay attention to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we not rewatching Family Matters until, well, actually, we probably should rewatch it so Darius can pay his goddamn child support. And on top of that, what makes it even worse, let me tell you what the prosecutor said. This is why I will say, you know, we got to do better as a people, but you still my people. I don't play with y'all folks like this. The prosecutor gonna get up there and say, with her blonde hair and blue eyes, clearly, Mr. McCrary is not attending to his family matters. You thought you ate that, bitch? Keep it cute.
Clearly, Mr. McCrary is not attending to his family matters. He has 2 daughters and 1 son. This matter is regarding 1 daughter who lives in Michigan. He has previously been ordered to pay child support.
Keep it cute. Why would you say that? Now, was it funny? Yes. Now, but shut up, girl. This is not a laughing matter. There are children that are not being taken care of. I knew when she wrote that down, she was like, I'm finna eat them up with this one. I'm finna kill them with this one. I just think in the courtroom, let's leave the jokes out. What I'm noticing is a lot of these lawyers and things, everybody wants to go viral. Everybody wants to be a star. She knew she was going to go viral off of that. Like, she knew that people were going to talk about it. And you got me, bitch, because I'm talking about your ass. But don't do that shit no more. Moving on. Now, y'all know I gotta be careful when I bring up, I love me some Nicki Minaj. I do. Cause y'all be in the comments like, oh, Lex loves everybody. She loves Nicki, but she loves Cardi more. I don't love nobody more. You know who I love more? Myself. My nephews. I don't know these people. I just like to listen to the music. But there is something going on in the house of Barb. Okay. And I'm going to recall Cardi's tweet, right? I'm going to start with Cardi's tweet because this is what, made me a little suspicious, right? Because I'm like, Cardi tweeted, I'm not going to read the first half of her tweet because it was just a lot of accusations and things like that. And I'm not trying to get sued, Chad. I got $3. Cardi says at the end of the tweet, you don't listen to nobody around you. The only person that has power is Kenneth Petty. But you know what happens with that Amex when you're sedated. Now, mind you, I don't like to talk about people's relationship. I don't like to, but it's something about him. But I love when people are in love. I think black women deserve love, and if Nicki is happy and she's in love, then we gonna stand beside her. Whatever. A few days ago, Nicki gets on Instagram and she says 3 different people in a span of 2 months are charging my Amex without permission. Some couldn't even explain how they had the brand new card number. A couple of them have been doing it for years. Filed the first report a few weeks ago. They're all going to jail. A 4th person has been stealing from the Barbs. Oh, bitch. Sitting here smelling like Pink Friday 2 fragrance. Nothing like a hot shower to put everything into perspective. How did Cardi get that tea? Is what I want to know, first of all. How does she know? And she specifically said Amex. Well, I guess it's kind of obvious that Nicki would have an Amex. Because, baby, for me, it would have been a rush card, bitch. Somebody was charging my rush card, child. But that ain't here nor there. But I'll say this. Nicki, one, needs to watch the people around her, especially the people who are in her home. Because something is running amok in that pink house, child. How did Cardi know that? This is why you got to be careful when you beef with people, especially if they find out what's going on in your home. How do you know what's going on in my home? Right? But then we're not done. So people start saying it was Arrogant Tay. And I like Arrogant Tay. You know why I like Tay? Because all he does is do the bad bitch's hair. That's all he do. Tay is not a clout chaser. He never gave clout chasers to me. You know how you can tell somebody who's like a makeup artist or a hairstylist, wardrobe, and they think that they're the celebrity? Tay never gave that. He just gives, I love making women look beautiful and I'm in the background. But mind you, everybody's on TikTok saying it was Tay. It was Tay. Tay did it. Now, allegedly, they saying it was Raw Ali, but y'all didn't hear this from me. That bitch can fight, and I'm not trying to get hit. But Tay says, and I'm going to read what he said. He says, one thing I don't effing do is talk about people's kids, especially anybody I'm close with. I will never in my life gossip or pillow talk about anybody I'm close to, personal business. I'm never in a million years will I ever need to steal or take from anybody. I don't play that shit. Never been a big, goofy, messy, gossiping ass nigga. Never will be. I've always been a real nigga and forever will remain one. Keep my name out these lame, corny ass stories and lies y'all making up. I don't got shit to do with nothing and what anybody else have going on. I stay in my lane, I mind my business, and I make my money. What do I look like going to another hoe, telling somebody's business? I am not these big, he said the F word, F-A-G-S. I don't say that because I think like the gay boys can get away with saying it because, but like that's like me saying nigga. I can say nigga because I'm black. I think they can say that, but I'm not going to say it. That get tea and gossip. Never been my speed and never will be. Now, I agree with Tay on that. Leave Tay out of it. Tay minds his business, but everybody's talking about because Tay and Cardi started following each other recently, I guess. I don't know. I don't pay attention to stuff like that, but I don't think it's in Tay's character. Now, They're saying like Nikki dropped a few names and things like that, but she hasn't said Tay herself personally, but we have noticed that they've unfollowed each other. But one thing I will say about Tay is that he will always be okay because he actually has a skill, right? He has a skill that's wanted by the masses. And even if he never does a celebrity's hair another day in his life, it's the regular girls. Not because look, Tay, I want to get my hair done right now. Tay is always gonna be okay. Because he can do hair. When you have a skill, you will always be okay. Everybody wants to be like in front of the camera doing it. We need hairstylists. Also, we need plumbers. We need teachers. I need to learn how to go do some drywall right now. I can't get it off my mind. God damn it. I got to fix these holes in my house. But I do like arrogant Tay. I think that I don't think that he had anything to do with this. And I just think we need to hush and let all the facts come out first, especially when it comes to stealing. But somebody is stealing from Nikki, and I don't like it. Something ain't right with her team over there. Somebody ain't right in her corner. And a lot of things have been going left with Nikki's team from what I can see in the last few years. And I don't like it. Because at the end of the day, this is still the Nicki Minaj, right? Something is off. I'm telling y'all. And y'all know what I said the other week if you watched the other episode. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want to get beat up. But y'all know what my suspicions are. All I'm going to say is her and Wendy Williams have more in common than we think.
How you doing?
All right. That's all right. All right. So Wendy Osefo updates, y'all. This is getting crazy. Now, in the midst of all of this that's came out that, you know, she is scamming with insurance fraud, the Westland, I think that's what it's called, that she was teaching at, laid her off apparently. But her team released a statement and said, no, she was not laid off, first of all. She was not laid off for scamming. She quit. But it's like, okay, girl, you quit because you knew this tea was about to come out and you knew you was going to get fired. I feel you, though. You ain't going to fire me. I'm going to quit, bitch. I like Wendy for that. You know what I'm saying? That's like when you know a nigga finna dump you and he like, hey, we got to talk. Okay, well, let me say what I got to say first. I'm going to beat you to the punch every time. I'm not mad at it, Wendy. Now what's really messy is Tamara from Housewives of OC did an interview recently and she was like, yeah, one of her neighbors actually DM'd me last year and was like, you know, Wendy just got robbed, but we all knew it was insurance fraud. So the neighbor's been knowing because apparently she's like in an affluent neighborhood that nothing like that ever happens to.
Her neighbor slid into my DM.
She did? What'd she say?
Basically that they all got notices on their front door or in their mailbox that there had been a burglary and it was at Wendy and Eddie's house. And instantly the whole entire neighborhood was thinking, this is insurance fraud.
Really?
That's what she said. Because we all were saying, no way, no way, no way. Because I don't know if the area where they're at is not known for burglaries, but she is on TV. So that's a different level. But they all thought something was kind of shady about it.
Something was fishy.
Fishy. Like
Stacey's breath.
You know I was going to say that. Andy commented on it this morning. He said he found out about it just like everybody else did Friday morning. And he's saddened by the news and just can't believe it.
But Tamara made a good point and she was like, but when you're on TV, your life is different, right? Like your house is shown on TV. It's very easy to find. But the neighbors are apparently saying that they knew it was insurance fraud this whole time. Now, Tamara threw in a little joke about Stacey on Real Housewives of Potomac about her breath, and I don't like that. Keep it cute. I don't care. Y'all can call me racist or whatever y'all want to say. Black people can't be racist. That's another topic. But I don't like when white women be saying little jokes to the black girls. Keep it cute. Talking about Stacey breath. Shut up, girl. And keep it cute. But yeah, they're saying Wendy did not quit her job, that she was laid off. And that also, the neighbors knew. The neighbors are saying that they knew. And it's so hard watching Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all, because I'm finna get into that in a second when I do my review. But she's like renovating her house and she was talking about how she wants marble from the floor to the ceiling. Do y'all know how much marble costs? You probably don't, but it's a lot. It's a lot. When I got a quote for some marble in my kitchen, I said, you know what? We're going to keep the granite, bitch. We're going to keep that motherfucking granite, okay? But prayers up to her and Happy Eddie, but we're going to revisit that when we do the Real Housewives of Potomac review. And now we are moving on to the white news. The white boy's been cutting up this week, child. So first, our good sister, Diane Keaton, has passed away. Very, very sad. An iconic actress. She is actually in one of my favorite movies I grew up watching, The Other Sister. I know y'all probably never heard of that movie, but if you haven't, just go watch it. Just go watch it. It's called The Other Sister. Diane Keaton is in it. A few other people, I can't think of their names right now, but it's a really good movie. Anyways, so the girl dead, whatever like that. And everybody is mad. Like half the people are like, oh my gosh, rest in peace. And the other are mad because she used to support Woody Allen. And if y'all know anything about Woody Allen, he married his stepdaughter, right? He was married to a woman, raised this little girl, and when she became of age, he married her. And it was like a huge thing in Hollywood for a long time. And Diane Keaton supported him. She was like, no, Woody, she said it just like this. Woody would never do that. He ain't no fuck nigga. She said it. She was like, he ain't never did no shit like that. I know him, period. So I was like, damn, Diane, that's how you feel? Well, she didn't say it exactly like that, but that was the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? So people are kind of like, oh, rest in peace. And the other half are like, rest in peace. And Al Pacino, new father, Al Pacino. Al Pacino's like 85, y'all. He got like a 3 or 4-year-old. Why does your sperm still work? Do you know how crazy that is? Why is the motherfucker still swimming? Do you know how horny you got to be for your sperm to still be swimming? Anyways, Al Pacino told one of his close friends who told the media that he regrets not marrying her. And he was like, I wish I could have did right by her and we would have been together. And one thing about these men, they don't quit. She ain't even buried. She's not even in the dirt. And you want to talk about regrets. I always say this. I do not want to be the girl that got away. Because it's not fun being the one that got away. It's not fun because why you didn't just treat me right and be a good guy, be a good person? Men think it's so sweet to be like, oh my gosh, she was such a great woman. I should have married her. Shut up, bitch. You tortured me. I'm traumatized. We don't even know what Al Pacino probably put Diane Keaton through. And everybody's like, oh, this is so sweet. No, it's not. No, it's not. I wish I could text one of my kids up there and see how she feeling. And see what she felt about that. I'm gonna get to y'all about it. But rest in peace, Diane Keaton. Al Pacino, keep your comments to yourself. Go change your baby diaper. Moving on. Another man that has all the audacity in the world. I can't stand him because y'all know this next girl is my sister. Still can't come to the cookout, but if she's outside of the cookout, I'll bring her a link. I'll bring her a link home. Britney Spears, ex Kevin Federline, is coming out with like a tell-all book. We know it all. You was a broke ass backup dancer and you started sliding that dick and everything. And you was married to what's her name from Moesha. That's what we know, that you played our girl. Y'all remember Moesha, best friend from the show? That's who he was married to. I'm gonna put a picture up here so y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the Tito's, y'all. I can't remember her name. So Britney Spears' ex Kevin Federline is coming out with a tell-all book. And in the interview, he was talking about how the night before they got married, him and Britney Spears were in the hotel and she was on the phone with Justin Timberlake. And she was just like, I just needed this closure. And he was just like, yeah, I should have known right then. I shouldn't have married her and blase, blase. And everybody's like, oh, Kevin, shut up. You're just trying to do a money grab and XYZ. But you know what I took from that clip? You know what I took from that clip? The first thing he says is me and Britney were in the Fairmont in Santa Monica in a bungalow. You were in the Fairmont, a beautiful hotel in Santa Monica in a bungalow. The only reason your broke ass was there was because of Britney. Shut up, girl. Y'all, you have some nerve because I know your broke ass was sitting in that bungalow, rubbing them crusty, dirty ass feet together, sipping on a drink you don't even know how to pronounce. All because you were with Britney. So the nerve and the audacity of you to try to come out with a tell-all book some 20-something years later, I can tell when a nigga rent due. I know a rent due conversation when I hear one because I used to be a rent due ass bitch. I get it. I understand it, but just leave it alone. Why are we talking about Kevin Federline and Britney Spears in 2025? You know what I'm saying? It's obviously a money grab because it went dry. I think their kids are all of age by now. So I'm pretty sure he's not getting any money or anything from that situation. So what that boy said, leave Britney alone.
Leave Brittany alone! Please!
Leave her alone. All she's trying to do is shake a little ass in that low-rise thong in her mansion. That's all she does. Brittany don't do nothing but sit in the house. Oh, yeah. And eat her hot dogs. That's what she said one time. She was like, I love chili dogs. Let her eat her chili dogs in peace. Leave that woman alone, all right? Moving on. Y'all know Housewives of Potomac is back. I was supposed to start the review last week, but I didn't. I'm not going to lie to y'all. These first 2 episodes have been okay. It's starting off really slow for your girl, okay? Y'all know I have my girls that I like. I have my girls that I don't like. So if you're a Giselle fan, you are going to hate my reviews this whole season. I am not a Giselle fan. I don't like how she treats people. I just think that it's just something about her and that PT Cruiser that don't sit well in my spirit. I don't know what it is, but I will give props where they're due. Giselle is going to have her vengeance season, okay? She's nice, nasty with Karen. Karen's in jail. She does not like Wendy. Wendy's about to go to jail. So you know what, Giselle? I got to give it where I got to give it. You finna eat up this season because all your enemies are crumbling. They are crumbling. So they start the episode, missing Karen, doing all that stuff. But what is so crazy about this season is that it just started. And now that we know that Wendy is a criminal, to hear you speaking on Karen, it's like it takes one to know one. She's like, oh my God, Karen. Girl, you next. You next. It's so like, oh my God. To see her talking to Eddie about, oh yeah, because Happy Eddie is doing so well. We making that money. Oh, we renovating the house. Wendy, oh my God. Like, you were really on TV, like, talking about money like you not gonna get caught. And this is coming from, I am a Wendy stan, y'all. I have stan Wendy every single season. So this is heartbreaking for me. It's not funny, but it is because, like, y'all don't be scared. There is nothing on this earth that I am willing to go to jail for. Money, dick, nothing. Not even beans. And y'all know I love a good bean. I ain't going to jail for nothing. Y'all will literally risk your freedom to look like you're living a certain lifestyle instead of working harder and just living that lifestyle or just living under means. I love to live under my means. Like if y'all could see my car, y'all be like, why is you talking about that PT Cruiser? I can, because we damn near twins. My shit raggedy. And you never gonna make me feel bad about it. Why? Because I ain't got no car note. Okay? That's how you supposed to live. But anyways, y'all know I love Stacey. And Stacey is going through it this season because now they're trying to say that she paid TJ to be her boyfriend last season and he wants his money. He's allegedly suing her. All the girls are like attacking Stacey this season, right? They do not like Stacey at all because they feel like she's lying about the TJ situation. They're like, oh, you said you were getting a divorce. 3 months later, now you and your husband back together. Bitch, I will be single right now. And by the time dinner is on the table, I will be in love with a man. And then tomorrow, I don't know who he is. 3 months is a long time. Do you know how many times I can fall in love in 3 months? Yeah, she probably got back with her husband in 3 months. Shit like that happens. So I think with that, they're just picking on her. Now, as far as TJ allegedly suing her, I think that we would have seen some documents, right? Bravo would have put it out there. TJ is not suing her. I have not seen one receipt yet. Ashley is saying that some well-known actress sat by her at this Ebony event. What well-known actress is sitting by you, Ashley? Who sat by you? And they bleeped out the lady's name of whoever it allegedly was. Now, somebody on Twitter, the Miss Miami, I found this tweet, and they said that they cracked the case. The very accomplished actress and close friend of TJ, who likely told Giselle and Ashley at Essence, about TJ suing Stacey, is Shameless and Found star Shanola Hampton. What is Shameless and Found? Well, accomplished, well-known actress. No, this is no shade to Shanola. This is no shade to Shanola, okay? Because you have nothing to do with this. But I think the way that they're trying to paint this whole picture of like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking we finna see Taraji P. Henson be, I'm thinking we finna see, you know what I'm saying? Jennifer Lawrence or some shit. What are we talking about here? And still no receipts have been like provided. Because one thing I know about Giselle, if that lady Shanola had pulled up legal documents, Giselle would have screenshotted it. She would have took some pictures. She would have said, hey, send this to me. But still, we have no receipts. I think that everybody is just mad because Stacey was well received last season. I think TJ suing her is crazy. But I do think Stacey tries to live up to an image. But I don't mind it because I think it works for her. That fits into her personality. Why do we be so mad when people like to look a certain way? And when I say look a certain way, I'm not talking about finances, but if they like to present themselves like, you know what, I'm a very poised woman. I have a husband. I have a man. Just let people do that. You know what I'm saying? Giselle and Ashley are literally bullying Stacey because she's popular, and people like Stacey more than they like Giselle and Ashley. And we all know that Giselle and Ashley are haters. Because, you know, Robin's not on the show no more. So now Ashley and Giselle are friends. Mind y'all, Giselle used to give Ashley hell about that old man she was married to. Speaking of the old man, Ashley hit a lick. She's getting some money. Because that man's like worth $20 million and they're like settling the case. And she's going to get a large sum of money, okay? I don't think the Stacey breath jokes are funny. I think at this age, like, we are older women. Why are we talking about somebody's breath stink? But if it do stink, maybe her and Diarrhea Bia need to go to the dentist together. How did Bia catch a stray? I don't know. I can't get it off my mind. I told y'all about them allegations. Once somebody say your breath stink, I'm looking at you sideways a little bit. But I don't like the breath jokes. I think it's just kind of played out. It's giving high school bully. Like, we grown women, you know. And moving on, I like Angel and Tia. Angel and Tia are the new additions. I like the fact that Angel is not a yes woman. Like Kay, I do like Kiarna. She's coming off a little weird this season. Kiarna is kind of mad that Angel wasn't agreeing with her with the whole Wendy situation. Do I think Wendy was treating Kiarna a little mean and weird? I do. But I think Angel is trying to see both sides of it. But I get it. Because if I'm venting to you about something and I feel like somebody did some hoe shit, bitch, agree with me. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, well, technically I don't want to hear that shit, especially if I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I think this season has potential. I'm interested to see where it's going to go. And I'm also interested to just see how Wendy is talking throughout the season. And I don't think Wendy's going to probably go to the reunion. She might be in jail by the time the reunion comes on, if we're being honest. We got lovebirds and jailbirds, child. Jesus Christ. But the season is not bad. I don't like the ganging up on Stacey. The jury is still out on Tia a little bit because I feel like they're all, and on Angel. I do like Angel a little bit because she kind of stood her ground, but I do feel like the new girls are kind of jumping on Stacey with the OGs. One thing I always say to the housewives, if you're a new housewife, do not jump on anybody's bandwagon. Do your own thing and be well liked on your own, because that's never going to work out in your favor. Like trying to be liked by the older girls, because if something happened, they're going to turn on you too. So I hope that they don't jump on that bullying Stacey bandwagon thing. I don't like that. Okay. But anyways, let me know what y'all have thought of the first 2 episodes so far. And yeah. We are wrapping this episode up. Make sure y'all go to lovelexp.com. Sign up for all the goodies. Get you a little t-shirt. Y'all can see, look, I got the front of my hair redone. Shout out to Didi at Rich Look Hair for the bundles. And shout out to Patrice Monique Hair on the braids, always hooking me up. And y'all, we have a big announcement with Poor Minds coming soon. Yeah, that's actually dropping really, really soon, the first week of November. So all the updates, go to poorminds.com and stay tuned. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.